Lebanon's government has announced something that once felt impossible, a plan to disarm Hezbollah by the end of 2025. The decision comes after months of heavy pressure from the United States in the wake of last year's devastating war with Israel, which killed more than 4,000 people and ended in a fragile ceasefire in November.
The dialogue has started between Syria and Israel, just as the dialogue needs to be reinvented by Lebanon. So come on, get with it. Now is the time. You have the President of the United States who will make it happen, who's strong on courage. You've seen what he's done. And he came out on national television globally saying he sponsored Lebanon.
Israel has violated their ceasefire repeatedly and still holds several positions in southern Lebanon. Washington has made its position clear. If Beirut wants American support to pressure Israel into pulling back, it must act to remove Hezbollah's arsenal and bring all weapons under state control.
Yes, what I can say is the United States welcomes the Lebanese government's decision on Tuesday to task Lebanese armed forces with a plan to bring all weapons under state control by the end of the year.
Prime Minister Nawaf Salam says the Lebanese army will now draft a plan to ensure that by the end of next year, only the armed forces and official security agencies will be allowed to carry weapons.
استكمال النقاش في الورقة التي تقدم بها الجانب الأمريكي إلى يوم الخميس في 7 من الشهر الجاري.
فقط اقتصر نقاشنا وقرارنا على الأهداف، على الأوبجكتيفز. ما دخلنا بالمراحل الزمنية، نحن بانتظار تقرير خطة تنفيذية من قبل قيادة الجيش اللبناني لنستكمل القرارات المتممة لقراراتنا سواء اليوم أو بجلسة قبل امبارح.
The US has tied the process to a broader deal, face Israeli withdrawals from the south, extending the ceasefire, reconstruction funding for areas destroyed in the war, and even financial reforms to clean up Lebanon's troubled banking sector. For Hezbollah, this is nothing short of unacceptable. Its leader argued that without their weapons, Lebanon would be defenseless against further Israeli aggression.
يخيف إسرائيل تريد أمنها. افهموا بالعربي المشبرح. هذا الزلمة بده السلاح من أجل إسرائيل.
And one member of parliament even likened giving them up to committing suicide. In the past, Hezbollah warned such moves could spark civil war.
جديد غير الاتفاق اللي موجود بين الدولة اللبنانية والكيان الإسرائيلي.
But after suffering heavy losses in Israel's war on countries in the Middle East, including Lebanon, Hezbollah seems reluctant to respond with force. Iran, Hezbollah's main backed since its creation in 1982, and since disarmament won't work. But Tehran's ability to support Hezbollah has been weakened. Lebanon has blocked flight from Iran, and the fall of Bashar al-Assad's regime in Syria has cut off a key overland supply route for money and weapons. And Lebanese officials have condemned Iran's remarks as interference in their internal affairs. The reality on the ground is tense. Just days ago, 6 Lebanese soldiers were killed while inspecting what was believed to be a Hezbollah weapon site in the south. This is an area still battered by daily Israeli strikes. Many in those communities where Hezbollah support runs deep feel Beirut has failed to protect them, and they remain hostile to any move that might weaken their defenses.
Of course, Lebanese are divided on this matter. Some, particularly the Shia community and that reside in the south, in the Bekaa Valley, in the southern district of Beirut in particular, as well as Beirut as a whole, they have concerned that once this weapons has been pulled out, then the community will be vulnerable to Israeli aggressions, and there will be no means to deter Israeli from turning South Lebanon into another West Bank or another Gaza.
There's also the question of money. The World Bank estimates Lebanon needs $11 billion to rebuild, most of it in Hezbollah strongholds in the south. The Bekaa Valley and Beirut's southern suburbs, much of that aid will only come if disarmament moves forward. For decades, Hezbollah's weapons have been a red line in Lebanese politics, a symbol of resistance for some and a barrier to state sovereignty for others. Now, under international pressure, economic desperation, and the aftershocks of war, the red line is being tested. Whether this ends with Hezbollah's arsenal in the hands of the state or with Lebanon facing another internal crisis. Only time will. For more on this, subscribe to DawnNews English.